Welcome to Shore Perspectives, a community feature of WESR Radio, highlighting the spirit of the shore from those who call it home.
My name is Jenni Garbowski. I live in Jamesville, Virginia. I was born the sixth child out of six kids. My mother was supposedly married to my father, two different husbands, three kids from the first husband, three from the second. But after doing my ancestry, we were supposedly Native American from my father's side, from Rocky Mount, North Carolina. So my fiance said, why don't we do the ancestry and see how much Native American you are? So I did it and got my results back, and surprise, surprise, the 50 years I've been thinking I am who I am, I'm not. Apparently, I have a different father. So after researching it for years, it took me, because of course I was still thinking my father was my father, and we realized that a lot of the people that I grew up with were turning up on my ancestry, which is very strange, but in Eastern Long Island, where I was born and raised, everybody's related. So I was thinking, okay, yeah, well, somewhere down the line of mom's side, because my mother's side went back hundreds of years to native to East Hampton. My second cousin was one of my best friends growing up. I have a whole nother family that I'm getting to meet, and family that I've known as friends my whole life. To have close girlfriends already that were friends growing up. I have pictures of us in grade school together, in class pictures in first grade, and to actually be related to them, it was like if things were different back then, if we knew back then how much my life may have been a lot different. So it's very interesting to find out now. I found out, or we narrowed it down to two brothers. And one of my older sisters remembered a name as soon as I said it. And she's like, oh, I remember Floyd. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, that was one of Mom's friends. She used to come around. Now, the unfortunate part is they're all passed away. My mother passed away, and Floyd, his brother, maybe my father, have all passed away. DNA's there, so we know who I'm from. But we just don't have any information. I only have one picture of him. I speak to my cousin Teresa, who was my childhood friend, and her older sister Sophia. And one tends to think it's one brother, the other one thinks it's the other. But as soon as I posted a picture on Facebook, the one girl says, oh my God, you are his twin. My first thought was I didn't look like him. But then after talking to Teresa and Sophie, she's like, look at your eyes, look at the shape of your eyes, look at your chin, And I said, okay, maybe. And then I did a split screen with me in the middle. And I'm like, okay, maybe it is. So then that's when we started figuring out process of elimination. There's no Native American on my non-biological father's side. I found his family in Rocky Mount. He just passed away a few years ago. This is the gentleman my mother was married to. He left my mother when she was 6 months pregnant with me, and never to return. So come to find out, he had moved back to North Carolina, and all the stories that we were told our whole lives, none of it was true. My oldest sister doesn't speak of anything. So she was 16 when I was born. So everybody always thought I was hers, because the older ones took care of the little ones when Mom was not around. I'm happy that I'm able to piece some of the pieces together. My brother always joked around, and I think he kind of had a feeling, but he just didn't want to say anything. I'm still their sister. We still, all six of us, have the same mother. So we're still family. It doesn't change anything. I don't love anybody any less. I don't love anybody anymore. My family's just expanded tenfold. So I just got to get to know more. I know, as I said, Teresa and Sophie's actually in North Carolina. So I want to meet up with her one day, but as I said, we grew up together, so we all know each other anyway. I just have to meet the extended family. So a lot of grandkids in there, a lot of cousins, and so it's pretty cool. But I wasn't afraid or scared or nervous about what I may find. If we even knew back then, my life could have been totally different. I won't trade any part of my life because I am who I am because of what I went through. And I'm a pretty tough cookie. No, I've been through a lot, and I come out a lot stronger at the end. If you're really interested in finding out, and you have to realize that it does come with bad and good, not every time, not all the time, but it does, that you just stay true to what you're doing. You don't want to do it for selfish reasons. You don't want to do it for monetary reasons. You want to know your history and get to know your family. I'm working on it. It is a work in progress, and I got a lot of years left, so I'm in no hurry.
For Shore Perspectives and WESR Radio, I'm Kelley Gaskell.